All right, video assignment number 2, election lingo. After you watch this video, you're going to answer the question assigned at the end of the video, just like video assignment number 1. You can submit it through Schoology, hand in a copy when you come to class, email it, remind, whatever it is that makes it easier for you to get these assignments done. You need to do that so we don't have to keep chasing people around. All right? So this assignment is titled Election Lingo. And some of the things we're going to talk about in here are some of the things next Tuesday that you're going to, this coming Tuesday actually, you're going to be hearing when you're watching the news and talking about the election. So the first thing is, this is the Electoral College map. We looked at this the other day in class. Every state has a certain amount of electoral votes. They're based on their population in some piece. The way it works is every state in the union has two senators and a group of representatives in the House of Representatives that's based on population. So take the case of Texas. They have 38 electoral votes because they have 36 members of the House and they have 2 senators. So the larger states, the ones with the larger population, have the most electoral votes. California 55, Texas 38, Florida 29, New York 29, and so on. All right, so that's what it means to be electoral votes. In all but 2 states, whichever candidate wins the popular vote in that state wins all of the electoral votes. So if President Trump was to win West Virginia by only 3 votes, he would get all 5 electoral votes. If former Vice President Biden was to win the state of Virginia by only 6 votes, he would get all 13 electoral votes. There are 538 electoral votes. You need 270 to win. So when you're watching on Tuesday night, they'll be totaling the electoral votes to see which candidate gets to 270. Battleground states. Battleground states are states that are considered swing states, meaning that they can go either way. There are a lot of states that are safe states. New York is considered a safe Democratic state, while Idaho would be considered a safe Republican state. A battleground or a swing state means that it can go to either side. It can go Democrat or go Republican. Some of the battleground states for this year include Colorado. I went the wrong way. Colorado. Maybe Wisconsin is a battleground. Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Florida. All right, those are states that are battling it out for who will win that state and win all those electoral votes. Swing voters. Swing voters are voters who may or may not have made a decision yet. All right, in this little, cartoon here, you have the Democratic donkey swinging in a red state, and you have this red Republican elephant swinging in a blue state. Swing voters can go to either side. They're the voters that these candidates on the run-up to the election are trying to work to get on their side to maybe swing some of the states in their favor. You have red states. Those are the Republican states. They tend to be more conservative politically. The blue states, those are Democrat states, and they tend to be more liberal. All right, this is from the 2016 election, which Donald Trump won over Hillary Clinton, 306 electoral votes to 232. So what we're talking about, again, these swing or battleground states, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Florida, these are the ones that are going to be the difference makers in this coming election. Okay, negative ads, mudslinging. Those are ads that you've probably seen on TV where it's just kind of mean-spirited, I guess you could say. They go out on personal attacks. They try to make one candidate look foolish maybe, or evil maybe, or bad in some respects. Many of these are produced by super PACs. A super PAC is a political action committee. It's a group of individuals and businesses that they advocate for a particular candidate, but they're not allowed to work hand in hand with that candidate. So they're kind of independent, but they're working to get their guy, in this case, elected. So I have just to show you 2 examples of mudslinging or negative attack ads that are produced by super PACs.
He's had 4 years to make America great.
Slow the testing down!
Imagine.
I don't take responsibility at all.
What 4 more years would look like.
I have the right to do whatever I want as president.
The tragedy of where we are today is it didn't have to be this bad.
I'll deal with the virus. I'll deal with the economic crisis.
We can and will rebuild our economy.
There's nothing beyond our capacity if we do it together.
He's had
He coddled the communists, sided with socialists. Now, Joe Biden is lying. He will raise taxes on the middle class, and his liberal agenda will cost millions of jobs. Because he's a career politician, past his prime, too weak to rebuild our nation. But we won't let him. We will build a better future, with courage, with strength, because we are America, and Donald Trump is our president. America First Action is responsible for the content of this advertising. He coddled the...
Okay, so you can see the difference, the similarities between the two attack ads, right? They're personal attacks. They're made to make one side look worse than the other. You have to be very careful when you watch attack ads because obviously they're not done in context. They're trying to sway voters, and many of these are produced by these super PACs that can spend unlimited amounts of money to produce these types of ads. All right, so just something to be aware of when you're watching TV and watching the different maybe internet-based ads that you're going to see in the future. Vote by mail, that's a big issue this year. Because of the pandemic, many people are voting by mail. There's a lot of controversy about voting by mail, whether or not there's going to be voter fraud. So it's something that you might hear in the topics discussed during the next week or so leading up to the election. But it is something that's out there. Many states allow for vote by mail. Many states are allowing early voting. And these are issues that are going to come up in the next few days. You just have to answer the following. Predict who you think will win the presidential election, President Trump or Joe Biden, and just, present your claim, your reasoning, and your specific evidence. All right? Remember to hand it in any way you possibly can, but make sure you get it done. Thanks.